Good evening. We've started our campaign of Super Startup and we've been featuring some of the most interesting startups in Number Bengaluru City. Ladies and gentlemen, presenting to you Trippy Wheels, India's first caravan rental company. And with me today are the co-founders Sanjana and Vatsala. Sanjana has a software industry background. Vatsala, she has a civil engineering background, worked with top firms, and together they are Trippy Wheels, India's first caravan rental company. Sanjana, Vatsala, thanks so very much for making time and coming over here. And congratulations on Trippy Wheels.
Thank you so much
for having us.
Yeah.
It's
Now,
a pleasure.
what's Trippy Wheels all about? We are waiting to find out. We are dying to find out. India's first caravan rental company. First of all, what is a caravan?
Caravan is an enabler for people to go to remote places and to explore what they really are, wherein they need not have to search for a restaurant to rest.
Right.
They have a home on wheels, they have a kitchenette, and simply they just have to become one in the nature. Yeah.
So it's a big home on wheels.
Yeah.
What are some of the amenities that come with it? Is it a 1 BHK, 2 BHK?
So a definition of caravan for India had to be a little redefined. Having said that, considering the tough terrains that we have and most of the beautiful parts of our country is all in the rural parts,
Right.
we needed to have the vehicles and the facilities in such a way that it's suitable for Indian audience. So we have basic amenities like sleeping and cooking facilities built into the vehicle.
Right.
Restrooms is something that we have consciously kept aside, considering that there's no infrastructure support for maintaining the hygiene. So sleeping and cooking we manage, rest you got to take care. Yeah.
So getting one with nature, hitting the road, living the free life, that's what Trippy Wheels is all about. And two ladies gotten together, started Trippy Wheels. Talk to me about your journey. How exactly did you come together to start this company that seems so cool?
Well, we have been together and we've
Yeah.
known each other for almost 13 years now. Friendship goes long way, but the idea I think came to being in 2015 summer. Vatsala was traveling in Europe and I was living in Sweden working with Volvo cars. And a friend of mine in 2015 had bought a second-hand caravan.
Okay.
He was renovating it and I was helping him out that summer. And after she was in Norway, I suppose,
Yeah.
right? For 20 days, she was doing a caravan trip across Norway. She finished that and came down to Sweden to meet me. And then again, we did another caravan trip in Sweden with my friend
Yeah.
Simone's caravan. And I think of all the travels that we have done, we have covered around like 18, 20 countries each. And somehow this particular travel stayed very special to our hearts. And we thought we should make something happen similar in India as well. India hosting India's, world's biggest youth population as well as such diverse geography. There's so much potential for each traveler to explore their own taste. So I think caravanning is a enabler like Vatsala mentioned earlier, and that's what we have tried to do. Yes.
So you've brought in a piece of Europe back to India with you, with Trippy Wheels.
Yeah.
That's super, guys. And just taking a look at some images of your caravan, they are definitely eye turners. You might get so many eyeballs. And in India, we are so used to putting things in our car, stuffing things in our car.
Yeah.
No matter where we want to go, impromptu plans, we plan well in advance. Sometimes road trips do happen in a Maruti 800 also. You wake up early in the morning on a weekend and you'll see so many Activas. People actually traveling to Nandi Hills early in the morning. So much of pain just to do a road trip.
Yeah.
Was the concept of caravanning, that's something that we are not used to. How difficult did you find to explain to people what caravanning is all about in Trippy Wheels?
Yeah, it took us a little time in the initial days, wherein we thought, India as a country is already prepared for the caravan when actually we got into the business and when we were literally building the caravan. I would like to go back to the previous question. When we decided to start the caravan, when we wanted to build the caravan, more than bringing the customer, building a caravan was a challenge for both of us because there were no vendors. They didn't know, like we had to literally go and convince 100 mechanics all we need is a bed behind the car, and he couldn't understand even if we show 100 photographs or videos or whatever it is. That took us a little bit of time to convince, people can also sleep in a van and also people can cook in a van.
Yeah.
When we made this very organized, when there was segregation to keep the kitchen items separately, the camping equipment separately, the game equipments and everything separately, and we could see that smile on a customer face every time they go, oh my god, I have place for everything, it is sorted, so sorted.
Right.
Yeah, so this was the reaction we got.
Also, we have a driver along for all of our caravans.
Lovely.
We don't call them drivers; we call them trip navigators. They are the people who are actually delivering the experience to our customers, making sure they're safe, because safety has been one of the main concerns for us since we have started Trippy Wheels. Taking the van and just parking anywhere was not such a native idea for all the Indians, So we had to spoon feed them, and we're still doing it. We wouldn't mind doing that for some more years, I guess, until the whole concept of true caravanning culture comes in and people independently start taking the vans wherever they want without having to refer to any itineraries or tie up with homestays and stuff. That would be our ideal idea of Trippy Wheels, basically. Yeah, that's when we would have.
Yeah. However, the experience of traveling in a caravan is so much different from a Maruti or a Benz, or even if you have a BMW.
Yeah.
The caravan is a caravan.
Yeah, I mean, just imagine you and your family members not seated in rows, but there's plenty of space for you guys to just hang out. It's your entire home on wheels, and you head to the destination of your choice. Stuff as many people as you want to, and it's your own little space. You can stop it wherever you want to, enjoy your pit stops. It just seems so much fun.
I think that's all. Caravanning is all about that. It's not about going from point A to point B and enjoying the destination. It's the journey that you enjoy. It's the pit stops that you make on the way that actually makes a difference.
Right.
And that's something that all of our customers have experienced, and they have been very happy about it. It's a completely new outlook to travel, I would say.
Yeah, just listening to all this conversation makes me want to just head out. What are we doing confined in this studio? Trippy Wheels just sounds like so much of fun. It's India's first caravan rental company, started by these two lovely ladies, Sanjana and Vatsala. Let's get into a few nitty-gritties. How many caravans does your company own? Did you have to buy them? Do you own all these caravans, or are you renting it out? What's that like?
Okay. So to begin with, we initially started up with the 2 caravans, which we invested all ourselves, and we built it and all that.
Your own personal money?
Yeah, own personal money. In fact, we built it by our own hand. It took quite 6-7 months to initially get the 2 vehicles on the road, and after that, now we have 3 aggregators who have pulled in the caravan, and now it's if you own a caravan, you can pull in the caravan for Trippy Wheels.
These are people who had a dream of building their own caravan always. So they have got a chance to build their own caravan, and now when they are not using it, they're in our pool, we are renting it out, they're also earning from it. So it's a win-win situation for everybody.
2 ladies who have plush jobs. You guys are doing so very well for yourself individually. You have your rich backgrounds. One working with Volvo, used to test drive some really mean cars. On the other end, Vatsala, civil engineering. You used to work with Levi's as well. Talk to me about what made you guys, at one point of time when you were sitting and building your caravan, were there thoughts as to what are we even doing here? Is this out of our bounds? Have we
never been a day we have thought about it. It's
never,
like
ever. I think both me and Vatsala, we are very ambitious people naturally, and for us the whole idea of bringing something so new to a country like India was itself so challenging. It challenged us in all levels, right from building the caravan, bringing the awareness of caravanning concept to people, convincing our own family and friends was difficult in the beginning to travel in a caravan. But now we have around at least 150 trips that we have done. And
there are around 2,000 leads.
Yes.
People are waiting, like next weekend is the vehicle free.
I'm sure the caravan gets booked. So, guys, Vatsala and Sanjana here were supposed to get a caravan to the radio station, but it got booked. And priorities are priorities. So, the caravan is not here in the radio station. I will be giving you a sneak peek into the caravan. And hit me up on Instagram at Sriram Sullia. Trippy Wheels, the co-founders, Sanjana and Vatsala, are in the studios. We are talking about India's first caravan rental company here. What's the cost of renting a caravan? how much is it going to cost me? Let's say if I want to do a road trip from Bangalore to Mysore, is it based on kilometers? Is it based on days? How do you charge?
So the caravan rental is only per day we charge for about 24 hours 5,000 rupees, and we give the vehicle with the full tank fuel. You will have to return with the full tank fuel. We have not put a restriction on the number of kilometers you will travel or anything, and this comes along with the train train driver whom we are calling as a trip
This
navigator.
comes along.
with the
There will be
driver.
a trippy navigator.
Yeah,
Yes.
and he will also guide you and take you to the places if at all if you want him to navigate. Otherwise you are free to explore. And having said that, about the exploring part, we have had at least 100 customers who have discovered new places
with our caravan.
with our caravan.
So
Yeah.
you just mentioned going, if you want to go from Bangalore to Mysore, people have not even like reached Mysore. They've discovered so many beautiful places on the way in the caravan, and they had everything in the van, one point solution. So they didn't really go to the destination. So that's where we felt we have nailed what we started.
I think more than that, recently we have covered a trip of about 2 months to Sikkim. Our caravan was rented for 2 months. They went all the way to the Sikkim and they lived in caravan for about literally 1 month. And
So beautiful.
Yeah.
So beautiful to hear these stories about your
being
caravans.
on the wheels. Yeah.
And you guys have made it happen. You guys are enabling these beautiful memories that will be cherished forever. How many people can a caravan accommodate?
So we have different categories of caravan. First category is 5 to 6 seaters, which is Tata and Mahindra vehicles. And the second category is a 12-seater, which is a tempo traveler. So sleeping capacity, when it's a little lower than the seating, we also provide tents along with it. So you can manage with what you got.
I see an economic win here, and you guys probably need to increase your price points. I'm only thinking about, let's say 5 friends of ours get together and we want to go on a road trip. We say book bus tickets. That itself is going to cost about 5,000 rupees these days, and plane travel also costs so much. Instead, hire a caravan, comes with a driver.
Yeah.
For 5,000 rupees, that's your entry price level. I see.
We want
that's
more
a great
and more
win.
people to experience
Yeah.
what caravanning is all about, and then pricing we can take care of later. That's our motto as of now. Yeah.
Talk to me about your biggest challenge you face at Trippy Wheels. What has been a nightmare for you guys to deal with? Of course, you guys are making so many people happy. It's an experience that's new to plenty of us. But on the backhand, how difficult is it to run Trippy Wheels?
So when we get a booking, right, the most difficult part of the booking is to make people understand that you don't need any other supporting ecosystem around it. You just take the caravan and start your journey, and you'll figure things out on the way. That's been the most difficult to communicate. But apart from that, we have tie-ups with, homestays and youth hostels across Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, and Goa as of now.
Now Sikkim as well.
Sikkim as well now. So whenever our caravans goes to these areas, we just let them know that these are the list of tie-ups we have. You can just go there and use whatever facilities you feel like. Not having an itinerary has been the major challenge, I would say. People are so used to this itinerary concept in the travel industry in India, especially people are spoon feeding others, on where to go, what to do. 8 o'clock we have breakfast, morning 6 o'clock we have to watch sunrise. We
The
are
package
completely,
trips.
the package trip concept, and we're completely losing that idea because caravanning is not about it. Caravanning is doing things on the go.
Yes.
So having
And
an
it's
itinerary in
also
place
about
is
the
going to
leisure.
defeat the whole concept.
Yes. I think as people tend to travel, everyone's used to waking up in the morning, taking a shower, getting ready to go someplace when you're traveling. Whereas you can stay in your PJs and
Yes.
still be on a road trip if you're caravanning. That's the cool part about it. So people tend to be a little stiff, I'm guessing, even though they're traveling most of the time.
I think the
that's our
challenge
culture.
would be like, restrooms, infrastructure. Right now, there are no caravan parks like in the West here in India. So restrooms has definitely been one of the concerns for customers. But since we have tie-ups, we have not had any problems till date. But if we have to run trips across India, then it's going to be a problem. In that case, we would
Request the tourism department and the transport committee to shake hands so
Shake
that
hands.
our job
So-
becomes easy.
Our jobs
Yeah.
becomes easy, and it's not only caravan travels who travelers who are going to benefit from this, but also other regular travelers as well. There's so many trekkers, campers, backpackers going out everywhere. Just set up a place where they can put up a tent, park the caravan, and a small bathroom and toilet which is maintained hygienically in rural parts, right? So this is something that we are looking at. So that's been the major challenge, I would say. It's not as laid out as it is in the West.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Infrastructure will have its own concerns. And how old is the company right now? Trippy Wheels, you guys have been successfully running it for how long now?
We've registered the company December 2017, so research and development has started since 2016, 15.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. And what about investment for the company? Have you had a tough time convincing people about your thoughts and still them lending money to you? Or
Yeah.
is that a place that you still haven't reached as yet?
So to begin with, initially the convincing the whole concept for everybody took us, almost close to around 6 months. Forget about even talking about investment, nobody would even accept that something like this would work in India. That took almost about 6 months, and then any other startup
This
as
we are
like
talking about, high net worth individuals and
and
angel
investors and all
so-
that. And initially it was a hard period for us also for about 6 months to 8 months, and then we decided I think this is a people business, and then we decided why not raise crowdfunding, and thanks to all the people who have helped us so far, and it is just our friends who helped us fund the business, and we raised crowdfunding one round already, and now we are planning to expand, and we want to see our vehicles going all around the country, and whoever wants to build a caravan, they can pool in their cars with us. And if any funders out there, we are seeking for funds. It can be a high net worth individual or a crowdfunding for that matter.
If we are to talk about facts and figures, what's Trippy Wheels and its net worth right about now?
Do we have to really disclose it?
Just trying to figure it out as much as
Yeah.
possible.
Actually, even we are trying to figure that out,
Yeah.
because there is no reference model for Trippy Wheels as such
Yeah.
in India. So even VC funders and angel investors, they themselves have had a very tough time evaluating our business.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, it's not that we don't want to answer the question. We do not have an answer to this question.
Because the data we have acquired is, commendable, we should say, because it's been just 6 months and we have generated around 2,000 leads organically. People are asking, we want caravan in Rajasthan, we want caravan in Mumbai, we want caravan in Pune, and the kind of messages we get out of 150 bookings, we have got around 50 plus reviews, all 5-star reviews, and we don't know how to value this, and I think it's $1 billion company for sure.
Advertising. Have you ever advertised? Have you ever had any trouble putting the word out there? Sure, you guys came up, made your caravans, and you were all excited that yes, our first caravan is ready. But who's going to take it now? How do we get the word out? Do we put it up on social
we have been
media?
lucky, I would say, in that aspect, especially with mainstream media. A lot of newspapers have published articles on Trippy Wheels just because of the concept and just because it's such a niche business. It's one of its kind in India. Nobody is doing caravan travels like we are doing. Nobody is providing competitive prices like we are providing either. So that's something that has driven a lot of newspapers to cover us. I think even news channels as well. Apart from that, social media, we are doing all we can to create the brand awareness and also the concept awareness among people. Which
To
is,
be very honest, we have not spent a penny on advertisement yet.
not a single
Yeah.
penny
Yeah.
spent on promotion. As she has been telling, all the leads that we have got has been done organically, and
Right.
that's where the genuine interest lies, and that's when people will actually take a caravans and travel. Pushing them to try something wouldn't actually do justice to either us or them.
What has been some of the feedback that you've received from customers? You said that your customers have gone to Sikkim. They have taken the caravan, lived there for days together, and come back with the caravan. What are some of the things that they share with you on the feedback form?
I think convenience is something that comes on top of the feedback list all the time. We have had customers traveling in our caravans with a 3-month-old toddler. That's something we were very proud of to pull off.
And also cancer patient in his last few days. Bucket
utility
list.
of the caravan is not only used for travel but also for other purposes. Like they wanted to take this cancer patient all the way to the hospital for some treatment and bring him back. He just had to lay down. So it was a cheap way for them to take him to the hospital. So that's when we were like, okay, never realized this use case of a caravan. But again, coming back to the travel aspect of it, because at the end of the day, we are a travel company. The feedback that people give is out of the world experience. Never experienced something like this before. Caravanning has always been my childhood dream, and thank you so much for making it happen. There's a transformation when they come back from the trip, and that's what we're working for, and we're really grateful that we are making that happen.
I'm sure even if 104 also takes their team on an outing, there will be change in your face.
We need to make that happen. We need to make that happen. I'm telling you, these ladies are so smart.
We can probably set up your radio station in our caravan.
In a
You
caravan.
don't mind taking that challenge up.
Yeah.
Try this out. It's Trippy Wheels. How exactly does one book a caravan if they wish to? Is there an app that's going to help us out, or do we just log on to the website Trippy Wheels?
As of now, we have just a website. So it's trippywheels.com. You just log on to there and all our caravans are listed. You can select your dates and book it right away. But most of them always, tend to call us because it's something that they want more information about. So then you can call on our number 81970
And that's pretty much it. It's as simple as that.
Or reach out to us on Instagram, Facebook, Trippy Wheels, any channel. We are always active.
Well, it's a new territory, and you girls have been brave enough to enter it, and you've done it with full force with a huge caravan. Trippy Wheels is such a cool concept. Hey, a company that everyone wishes to start one day, but what does it actually take to run a company of this nature? And is it all fun and games? Is it all holidaying? The amount of hard work it takes must be immense. Sleepless nights,
Of course.
lots of work. Is there something that you'd want to share with budding entrepreneurs about how it's not just cool to be an entrepreneur, but it takes a whole lot of work?
I think persistence and dedication is something that I would personally say from my experience. Building the caravans was definitely a task. We could have given up very easily at that stage, but persistence kept us going, and now we've come so far, from 2 caravans to 5 caravans, from no bookings to 150 bookings. So yeah, persistence. Just don't lose hope.
My message would be just have fun no matter what. Live your life every day, and you are an entrepreneur there by itself.
And when it comes to decision making, do the two of you get into loggerheads once in a while? How does that partnership
We are
work?
both very strong-headed women, so we definitely have very healthy debates. But when we started this business, for us, friendship was of utmost importance. So we've have our own agreement saying that whatever it is, if there's a conflict, we sit down and talk about it like adults. We don't fight. So that's what we've been sticking to, and I think we're mature enough not to fight. And we always
I think
the best
most
for-
of them envy us, like, how can two girls run a business together,
Especially like our family and friends, they always thought we would like end up fighting very often.
Yeah.
But that's not happened, touch wood, and it's not going to happen anytime soon. We promise that.
Right. Hey, two women who are running a mode of travel company that's new in our country, India's first caravan rental company. Just the fact that you girls are behind Trippy Wheels makes it such a cool narrative, and you guys have been successfully doing it. So we wish you all the very best on this journey.
Thank you so
And
much.
may you go
Really
on
need
to
it, yeah.
bring us all the more experiences. I really want all of you to try this out. Try out Trippy Wheels the next time you have a road trip, the next time you're planning on stepping out. Why not give a caravan a try? The price point seems fair and reasonable. It comes with a Trippy navigator. You guys get to take a path of your own. Stop by wherever you want to. You don't have to be on a designated timeline. It's a house on wheels. Be it an infant, be it old folks, this really is the way to travel, I feel. And it's India's first caravan rental company. So give Trippy Wheels a go, and you definitely are bound to be impressed by these two ladies, Sanjana and Vatsala, from such diverse backgrounds, who are giving this experience in India for the very first time. It's Trippy Wheels, Trippy, Trippy Wheels. I'll put up a link on my Instagram. You can follow them on Instagram, on Facebook. They have their website as well, trippywheels.com. Sanjana, Vatsala, thanks so much for your time.
Yeah.
And look forward to catching a hold of that big boy, that Caravan. And I
Yeah.
want to I can't wait to explore this Caravan now that we've spoken so much about it.
Yeah.
We'll make it happen very soon.
Yeah.